Hi there, Terry back again. Hope I find you well and you've been reading plenty of comics and looking forward to my latest video. And as you can see by the thumbnail, it's Supergirl this time. Apologies for no Supergirl t-shirt, but one, I couldn't find one my size, and then when I did, they wanted miles too much money for it, and this poor little channel can't afford that kind of money at the moment. Oh, probably ever. But there we go. But let's start with Adventure Comics number 381, June cover date. And this is by Carrie Bates and, no it's not, it's by Kurt Swan and Neil Adams. It's written by Carrie Bates, and this is the Supergirl gang. And the pencils by Wim Mortimer and the inks by Jack Abel. They called it, overtitled, Linda Danvers, The College Years. We had guest star Batgirl. Broke up into 3 parts: the Supergirl gang, Classes in Crime, and the Girl of Steel steals. Now the pages won't open. There we go. Number 382, July 69. And again, another Kurt Swan and Neil Adams cover. And the title, The Super Teams Split Up. And Carrie Bates writing, Kurt Scheffenberger doing the art. A character that first appeared in Adventure Comics number 240 from September 1957. A robot teacher from Krypton. Originally built by Jor-El, Superman's father. That issue, he tested Superboy to see if he was worthy of his powers. This issue, he tests Supergirl for the same reason. And all this for Supergirl, along with falling out with Superman, makes for a fun story, but not necessarily from Supergirl's perspective. 383, August 69. And this one, again, by Kurt Swan and Neil Adams. And a couple of stories this issue. Firstly, written by Robert Kanigher, pencils with Mortimer, and inks by Murphy Anderson. The cover story, Please Stop My Funeral. So Supergirl gets thrown into a negative Earth. She meets Abraham Lincoln, Sir Isaac Newton, and Joan of Arc, and of course goes to her own funeral, as you do. And the second story is by E. Nelson Bridwell and art by Kurt Scheffenberger. And the title of this is Supergirl's Day of Danger. 384, September 69. Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson with the cover this time. And this is The Heroin Haters. And it's written by Carrie Bates and the art by Wim Mortimer and Jack Abel. And Superman's words on the cover are apt for the story. And then we have Supergirl's Greatest Failure, and that's written by Robert Kanigher and the art by Kurt Scheffenberger. And it's an old faithful tale of a red kryptonite one. 385, October 69. And this is Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson again. And this is Supergirl's Big Sister, as you can see on the cover. It's written by Robert Kanigher and the art Kurt Scheffenberger. And no, she isn't her sister. It's just a get-rich scheme that doesn't work. And then we have The Jilting of Supergirl, written by Robert Kanigher, Wim Mortimer and Jack Abel with the art. And we meet Raynor, a prince of an underground kingdom. There were a few of them around back then, if you count the undersea ones as well. Anyway, this is a real now PC tale, non-PC tale that probably wouldn't pass the editor today. Then we have 386, November 69. Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson. And this is The Beast That Loves Supergirl. It's written by Carrie Bates, art by Wim Mortimer and Jack Abel. And this has our old friend, Mr. Mxyzptlk. Fun to see Supergirl getting him to say his name backwards. And this is for you, Mark of Suddenly Comics. Kill Pit Pixum. Kill Pit Pixum. That's the way I've got it written down anyway. It sends him back to his 5th dimension. How did I do, Mark? The second tale, a take on Cinderella with Supergirl as the godmother of steel. Written by Robert Kanigher and again art by Kurt Scheffenberger. Then we have 387, December 69. Another Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson. And firstly we have The Wolf Girl of Stanhope. It's written by E. Nelson Bridwell, art again by Kurt Scheffenberger. And this is a Dr. Sanford develops a serum even, hoping to give Supergirl immunity to kryptonite. That bit works, but the side effect is in the title. The Wolf Girl of Stanhope. An explosion and a parallel universe are involved in sorting this out. And then we have the cover story, Lex Luthor's outlaw nephew. It's Leo Dorfman writing, Wim Mortimer and Jack Abel with the art. And we get to meet Val Colby for the first time, which is Lex's sister's son. And he has powers and idolizes his uncle. So what could go wrong? And we have number 388 with a January 1970 cover date. Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson again. And the story by Leo Dorfman, art by Wim Mortimer and Jack Abel. And we have Young Val is back, hence the title, The Kindergarten Criminal. Lex tries to corrupt Val, Supergirl as Linda tries to get on his good side, and the end is a surprise. The cover story, The Romance Machine. Carrie Bates writes, Kurt Schaffenberger does the art. And the cover basically tells you the story, but it has a few twists and does lead into the next issue. 389, February 1970, and that is Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson again. And the title, The Mystery Magician, is written by Robert Kanigher, art by Wim Mortimer, and Linda tries to help out a magician who's lost his mojo. But someone we've never seen before, or will again, suspects Linda is Supergirl, so puts her in a windowless, lead-lined room. There you go. But this is done on Father's Day, so guess who comes and helps? Second story, Kim or Dan. The robot is back in this issue, titled Supergirl's Jilted Boyfriends. But the real Kim or Dan turns up and helps Supergirl thwart Brainiac's plan. Again written by Carrie Bates, with art by Kurt Schaffenberger. And then we have 391. Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson again. Cover story, Linda Danvers, Superstar, written by Robert Kanigher and art by Kurt Schaffenberger. Supergirl takes the place of herself to find out why all these accidents are happening. The Super Exchange Student is next. Carrie Bates, the writer, and again art by Wim Mortimer and Jack Abel. This is about an exchange student program we have running with the planet Theota. Teleportation and time travel sort it out this time. 392, April 70. Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson. First story, The Super Cheat, written by Carrie Bates, art Kurt Schaffenberger, and we have a couple of Ionian agents from Ionia, I gather, trying to disrupt an international athletic competition. Supergirl finds ways of disrupting their disruptions, and we never hear of this country again. And the cover story is Supergirl's Lost Costume. Leo Dorfman writing, pencils Wim Mortimer, inks Jack Abel, and another one of those prove Linda Lee Danvers is Supergirl tales, or Supergirl even. And the last issue for this part is 393 from May 1970, and it's The Unwanted Supergirl, written by Robert Kanigher, pencils Wim Mortimer, inks Jack Abel. Let's just say this tale begins on March 31st. And then we have The Girl Who Knew Supergirl's Secrets, and that's written by E. Nelson Bridwell and art by Kurt Schaffenberger. And no, this is not a Linda Supergirl tale this time, or rather, not a see if we can find out if Linda is Supergirl tale. This time it's a more don't talk in your sleep moment. The last tale in this book has nothing to do with Supergirl. It's called The First Superman, and it's about a real-life human called Angus McCaskill, who was born in Nova Scotia in 1825. He stood 7'9" and weighed 425 pounds. In 1849, he was hired by P.T. Barnum. Go to the Wikipedia. His story is fascinating. This originally appeared in Real Fact Comics number 20, June 1949, and it was written by Jack Schriff, Mort Weisinger, George Cashton, and the art was by Wim Mortimer. If I don't get twisted up on my microphone, I shall turn the page. And that is it for part 1. Part 2 will follow soon. Please like, comment, subscribe. Need to get to 250 to give stuff away, which will include a slab. Thanks for watching. See you again. Bye.